Hello, guys. Okay, hello everyone. Long time no see. Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. All right. Welcome to our ZYCOO 2023 Spring IP Audio Solution webinar. And I'm today's presenter, Kenny. And next to me is my colleague, Emily.
Hi, Emily's here.
Hi.
Okay, and I'm very pleased to be here sharing the ZYCOO 2023 IP Audio Solution with you. And there will be 4 lucky draws during today's webinar, and I hope you guys can win this prize. And today's webinar agenda will include the following parts. Okay. Today's webinar's agenda will include the following parts. The first part is our ZYCOO's introduction, and the next part is our product line introduction. And the next part, I will introduce some brief features for your reference. And in the last part, I will show you some real case study. Okay, let's come to the first part. Okay, first of all, let me have a brief introduction about our company ZYCOO. Okay, our company ZYCOO was founded in 2010, and we have been committed to delivering the top-notch IP also have branches in Dubai, Czech Republic, and the United States. And our complete service structure has allowed us to serve over 100 target marketings during the past 13 years, providing our clients with the comprehensive and customized solutions to meet their unique needs. At our core, we are a team of professionals who are passionate about the technology and services, and we continuously innovate to meet the changing demands of the telecommunications industry. Then on the right side, please let me introduce the developer of our company. And we released the first generation Co-op series IPP flags in the same year. And in 2013, we released the Co-op series V2 version. And in 2015, we released the Co-op Center and the iSpeaker paging gateway. And in 2016, we have released the IMAX 300 paging and intercom system. And we listed in National Commodities Exchange and quotations. And during 2017 and 2018, we released the V3 version and the PS system to meet the new marketing environment. And time come to 2019. 2019 is a critical year. And in this year, we launched our new IP audio solution and the related products to expand the new pattern. And in 2020, we released the safety intercom. And in 2021, we have launched our ISL50 network speaker and the ISL100 server. And in the last year, we have released the 4 types of products, including the ZYCOO series speaker, the EI series intercom, the ISL30 column speaker, and our cool series V4 IPP bags. And the time come to this year, we released the new product IC10 last month. And we expected to release the M100 soon. And we have many other new release plans in preparation this year. Please stay tuned for our innovative new products. So if you are looking for a reliable partner for your telecommunication needs, no further than ZYCOO. And we are very confident in our ability to deliver the excellence. Okay, and speaking of the M100, here we are going to have a warm-up session. This one is our upcoming new device M100 Dispatch microphone console. And it supports up to 30 programmable keys. And it also supports SIP. And moreover, M100 uses multicast technology so that it supports serverless paging. And our M100 still has many exciting new features. If you want to know more, don't miss up our follow-up M100 product launch.
Yes, and as some of you guys may already seen this product because we brought it out to the exhibitions, for several exhibitions, and we will be launching this new product soon.
Yeah.
Okay, and here comes to our first lucky draw for today. Since I didn't mention, then we will be releasing this new product, the M100, but I will let you guys take a guess. So as usual, the rule is the first person who with the correct answer on the lucky draw will get the $25 Amazon gift card. If Amazon is not available in your regions, we can also exchange it to a equivalent gift card as well, like Starbucks or another kind of gift card. So are we ready for the first lucky draw for today? Okay, all right.
Okay, let's
Okay.
count down for 3, 2, 1.
All right, I am checking the chat box. So you guys need to put the correct answer to make a guess, and then type it into the chat box.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess I have my first luck here for today for our first lucky draw, which is John.
Okay, congratulations.
Congratulations, John. Yes, we will be releasing this new product, the M100 in May. So I'm expecting will be in mid-May. So I will keep you guys posted on this product and I will drop you an email, John, and how to correct your gift card. Nice, and let us move on here.
Okay. Okay, let's move on. Let me introduce you about our ZYCOO IP audio solution. Regarding this solution's topology, it primarily consists of both software part and hardware part. The software aspect includes the IP audio center, the IP audio dispatch console, and the dispatch app. While the hardware includes network speakers, safety intercom, and the paging gateways and IP phones. The IP audio center serves as the engine and the core of the IP audio solution, managing all endpoints. Additionally, it integrated with the console and app to provide overall endpoints operation. The dispatch console is an application within the IP audio solution that served as the endpoint control center. And the dispatch app is a mobile application designed for performing basic system operations in a more convenient and flexible manner. And this app allows for the execution of basic commands at any time and from anywhere. Okay, let's continue to the part 2. Let's walk you through the 2023 ZYCOO hardware product line. And the first product is our IP audio server called ISL100. Our ISL100 is a hardware server that comes pre-installed with the ZYCOO IP audio center system. This feature provides users with an out-of-the-box solution that is ready to use. We launched this product in November 2021 as an additional option for those interested in utilizing our IP audio center. And the IIS is designed to support up to 100 extensions, making it particularly ideal for these small and medium-sized projects. And due to the system limitations, our L100 can support up to 100 extensions. And some clients may ask, if we have a large scale or a medium scale project requirements, what should we do? And for them, we recommend you to use the cloud servers to install the IP audio center. And you can just choose the different license of the extension numbers to expand your business. Okay, let's move on. And in the next page, it shows our network speaker family, including the indoor speaker ICQ10, IC10, IC15, SW15, and 3 outdoor speakers, including the IC30, SL30, and the SL50. And let me show you the first one, the ICQ10. Our ICQ10 is a network square speaker, got different modules which can be selected according to different application scenarios. And you can check the pictures. The flashing LED lights can support multiple flashing methods to correspond to different types of operations, such as slow flashing, fast flashing, simultaneous flashing, and alternate flashing. And moreover, the LED displays time and eliminates the need for a separate clock system. So it's very perfect to use in some scenario like classrooms or offices. Okay, let me introduce you the. Our SQ can also support integrate with some external devices, such as up to 2 call buttons, alarm light, volume controller, and one LCD screen, which can greatly improve the scalability. Okay, let's move on to the IC10. The next one is a brand new SIP-enabled speaker which launched about 1 month ago. Our IC10 is a lightweight indoor network ceiling speaker, weighing just only 1.4 kilogram, designed with coaxial speaker driver unit, including a low frequency base driver unit and a high frequency tweeter driver unit. And the max sound pressure level can reach 100 decibels. And at the same time, there's a bolt designed on the back as an additional insurance measure to protect your property. Yeah. And our IC10 also support integrate with external devices too, such as one call button or an alarm light. Okay, let's move on to the next product, our IC15. Our IC15 is a SIP-enabled network ceiling speaker, similar to our IC10, but the difference between them is some parameters such as the size or the power rate. Our IC15 can also provide premium sound quality to enhance our audience experience. Okay, our IC15 can also support integrated with external devices, such as the call button, the light, and the microphone. At the same time, our IC15 also additionally supports connecting with the BM11 for intercom use.
Yes, and as you guys may realize that the difference between the SC10 and the SC15 is if you are looking for a two-way communication or the talkback speakers, you should go with the SC15 because the SC15 supports the microphone, which the SC10 does not support microphone options. So if you need the talkback features, then we need to go with the SC15.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next page. Okay, I will introduce you our SW15. Our SW15 is a SIP-enabled network wall-mounted speaker, which can be used for SIP paging, notification, broadcasting, and streamed high-definition music playback. The parameters of SW15 and SC15 are basically the same, except the coverage pattern is slightly different. And the installation method is different from the IC. And our SW15 can support the following external periphery integration, such as the call button, the alarm light, microphone, and the BM11 button. Okay, the next product is our SL30. Our SL30 is a SIP-enabled column speaker. Our SL30 uses 2 low-frequency woofer driver units and 1 high-frequency tweeter driver unit design. With the 3.0mm audio input jack, our SL30 can connect external audio sources from devices such as the mobile phones or the computers and play through its own speakers. And with IP65 protection rating, our SL30 has good waterproof and dust-proof performance. So it's very suitable for outdoor installation and operations. Even in some extreme outdoor environments, it's also very suitable. Yeah. And our SL30 can support the direct contact relay, signal digital input, so it can connect it with a lot of devices such as alarm, MP3 player, camera, access control, sensors, and monitors. And here I will give you an example of using an infrared sensor with SL30. When using this infrared sensor, it can detect the temperature of the movement. And the system will send a signal to the configured SL30s for automatic alarming. Okay, let's move to the next slide. Next product is our SL50. Our SL50 is also a SIP-enabled column speaker, but the difference is it equipped with 4 low-frequency gyro units and 1 high-frequency gyro unit. The max sound pressure level can reach 105 decibels. And our SL50 can support 4G LTE network communication service modules, which is very suitable for some outdoor places without the network. And the SL50 also passed the IP65 protection rating. So it's very suitable for some outdoor scenarios too. Okay. The last one, outdoor network speaker, is the IC30. Our IC30 is also a SIP-enabled horn speaker. Our SH30 supports 400 Hz to 8,000 Hz frequency range, and it can support up to 117 decibels max sound pressure level. So it can provide a very powerful sound output. Therefore, even if the SH30 is installed in some noisy or outdoor environments, such as playground or the warehouses, and it can be used for announcement or alarming. And our SH30 can cover 70 meters effective distance. Secondly, our SH30 also reached the IP65 protection, which means it has a great waterproof and dust-proof performance too. Okay, let's move on. Okay. Okay, the above is all the products of our ZYCOO 2023 network speaker product line. Here, I need to emphasize some other features for you. They are almost the standard feature throughout the whole product line. They are very important and practical.
Yes, so thank you for Kenny to introduce all the ZCAS speaker families models. So on all models of our ZCAS speakers, we have the built-in Class B amplifiers, in which you don't need a external amplifier to connect with the speakers. All the speakers, they have the built-in amplifiers. As we know, comparing to the traditional analog PA systems, we would need amplifiers to connect with the speakers. But for now, on our IP base, we don't need the amplifiers anymore. Every speaker, they have their built-in amplifiers. And then all speakers, they support 3-line SIP account, which means you can register the same speaker on at most 3 different servers. So if you have a PBX, then you can register on the PBX, and then also register to a IP audio center, which is our PA server. And also if you have another SIP enabled servers, you can also register to another server as well. So all the models, they support 3 lines SIP account. And PoE plus supported, so you don't need a extra wiring for the speakers. One PoE cables and the PoE switch will do everything for you. And also all models of the speakers, they do have a power cord interface in which you can use the combinations of power cord plus the Ethernet cables, or you can use the PoE cables directly. So there are 2 options for you. And then all models of our devices, they do support the multicast and the peer-to-peer, so the P2P features. So on these 2 features, the multicast and the P2P, it is a serverless, so they don't rely on a server. In the same network environments, they are under the same local network. Then they can communicate, talk to each other. You can do paging using multicast. You can grab your IP phones and start to make the pagings using multicast and also P2P. But P2P is a one-to-one two-way communications. So you can have a IP phone call to a intercoms directly without using a server. So all these features, they are supported within our endpoints, our devices.
Yeah, given these advantages, our ZYCOO speakers are very suitable to be installed in different scenarios to meet your customers' requirements. Okay, let's move to the next page. I will introduce you about our ZYCOO's safety intercom. The EI series safety intercom, it has 4 modules, including the EI-DO5, EI-W5, EI-VO5, and EI-AO5, designed to address the needs of various applications and the installation types. And all modules deliver full duplex control for your real IP system. The EI-DO5 and the EI-W5 both contain 2 core destinations, which can set up for different purpose use, such as information and emergency buttons. And our EI-W5 can be activated by a hand wave, delivering the touch-free two-way communication call without the additional touch to the device. And EI has 2 installation ways, including the flash mounted and the surface mounted. The surface mounted needs to use the accessory SMB Easy Mount box. Okay, let's move on to the next page. Our EI also supports multiple devices integration, such as the alarm, the smoke detector, the speaker, the access control, the sensor, and the amplifier. And here I will give you an example of using the access control. After the EI intercom has connected with the door magnet contact, when someone needs to open the door, he just need to press the button, and at the same time, a call will be made to the security room or the control room. After the security guard confirms, he can just Okay, let me introduce the next product. The next product is the X10 SIP paging gateway. It is a SIP-enabled IP audio device, and it can convert voice streams to analog signs for background music, the public address, or the intercom. And it can also be understood as a gateway device converted from the IP to the analog. If you guys think this page is difficult to understand, and I think the next page will show you its feature more clearly. Okay, you can check this page. On this page, it shows the main panel of our X10. You can see that there are many different interfaces on it to connect various external devices. Such as the dry contact interface can be connected to equipment such as the alarm lights. And the digital level interfaces can be connected to equipment such as the smoke detectors. And we also got the button interface. You can connect up to 2 external buttons to be connected with the X10 for the function keys. And the speaker interface can be used for external audio. And the 3.5 millimeters output interface can be connected to a power amplifier or headphones. And the 3.0 input interface can be connected to a microphone or external mobile phone for the audio collection. Okay, let's move to the next page. Our X10 can be used for many different purposes in many scenarios. I will show you some use case. And for the first one, is the amplifier connect with our X10. For many traditional analog speaker solutions, it will be more economical and convenient to use the X10 to upgrade the analog speakers. In this way, the amplifier device can be connected with the analog speakers, and these analog speakers can play music through our dispatch console. It's very suitable for some scenarios like the hotels or the schools. And there is no clear limit to the number of supported analog speakers because our X10 is directly connected to the amplifiers and then connected to the analog speakers. Okay, let's move on to the use case 2. Our second use case is that we can do the two-way intercom calls for emergency or consulting purpose. You can connect the buttons, the external speakers, and the microphones for intercom. And at the same time, it is linked with the surveillance camera. When an emergency situation occurs, this system can be used as an intercom. And there have been some real application cases before, where these devices were integrated into the parking lots on purpose. Okay, and the next use case is that the dry contact devices, such as alarm lights and smoke detectors, can be connected with the X10. When the dry contact device triggers an alarm, an emergency alarm will be sent to the speaker through the IP audio center for the alarm processing. Okay, that's all for the X10 parts. And let me show you our SIP phones. Our SIP phones consists of the H81 and H83 for now. And our H83 support 4-line simple counts, and it uses the LCD color screen, while the H81 support the black and white screen and support up to 2-line simple counts. Okay, that's all for the ZYCOO 2023 hardware products. Let's move to the lucky draw session 2.
All right, so before we getting into the next lucky draw, does anyone know how to erase the drawing on the whiteboard? So I see there's a B on the whiteboard all the time, but I'm not sure how to clear and make. And I don't see these options here. In view, on the view options, I don't have. Just here from the view. View options. Click on the pen icons and then bring the whiteboard tool. I don't have a pen here. I try to figure out later. So let's get on to the lucky draw first. So are we ready for the lucky draw? For this time is a $50 Amazon gift card. Okay, so let's count down to 3, 2, 1. Then we will have the question pop up.
Okay, let's count down for 3, 2, 1.
Here we go. So I will read the question for you guys. So if a customer wants to use the X10 paging gateway to upgrade his analog public address system, he has 5 amplifiers and a total of 20 analog speakers. How many X10s does he need? So I don't have a multiple choice answers for you guys. So you guys need to type into the chat box, and we will get the first luckier who with the correct answers to win this $50 Amazon gift card.
Okay.
All right. So I got our first lucky who with the correct answers. David, I don't have a last name, but congratulations to David. And please drop us, send me your email address. Then I will send you a follow-up emails on how to correct the Amazon gift card.
Okay. Let's move on to the next part. Okay, and next part, I will introduce you about our ZYCOO software part. We got 3 software parts now, includes the IP audio center, the dispatch console, and the dispatch app. And there are two roles corresponding to three platforms. The first role is an administrator who is responsible for managing endpoints paging. And the second role is an operator who is responsible for dispatching users by using the dispatch console or the dispatch app. And the audio center is the engine and the core of the IP audio solution. It is a software which can be installed in local and or in the VMware or in the cloud-based servers. Or you can just use the L100. Okay, our IP audio center can realize the auto provisioning, the management, and control the local and the remote ZYCOO IP audio endpoints. And you can create SIP accounts for each endpoint devices. After creating, the accounts will be associated with the IP audio center. And you can perform the operations to endpoint devices from software. After completing the SIP account registration, the group will be available now, and there is no upper limit on the number of the groups. So you can just set groups according to your real usage. And by the way, our IP audio center support up to 4,000 extensions license. You can just purchase it according to your requirements. And our IP audio center also support the recording system. You can record the phone calls or the intercoms. Okay, let's see the second software, the IP audio dispatch console. Our IP audio dispatch console is an application based on multiple platforms, including the Windows system, the Mac OS, or the Linux. In this interface, by using this console, users can broadcast the background musics. They can create 3 types of scheduled tasks. They can arrange meetings or monitor endpoint status. In addition, cameras can also be connected for video linkage use with the dispatch console. You can see the video intercom window on the right side of this interface. The real-time screen during the linkage will be displayed in this window, and it can support up to 16 screen windows. Okay, and the next software is our IP audio dispatch app. The dispatch app is a simple mobile application which can be installed on iOS or Android in order to perform some basic operation more conveniently. This app improves the flexibility of operation. You can just operate the background music or some other basic orders such as the live paging, the intercom, the TTS, or you can track the logs or devices status. Maybe some people may ask, if our software is charged, I want to say here, our dispatch console software is completely free, and you can download it from our official website. And maybe after this webinar, you can just go to our website, www.zycoo.com, to download it to experience by yourself. And by the way, in our softwares, only the license of the IP audio center is charged according to the different numbers of extensions you want to use. Okay, and the next software is our SAD tool. SAD tool means the Search Active IP Audio Device tool, and it can realize some functions online ZYCOO network devices. And it can export the device's configuration. And it can also batch login, batch update to the devices. Okay, that's all for the software part. Let's move on to some features. And in the next part, I will show you some features of our IP audio solution. And in this slide, you can see the overview, which roughly includes the paging, the meeting, the TTS, the background music, the IP telephony, and so on. And I will introduce some basic features in the following part. Okay, and let us see the first feature I will introduce to you is the paging group. To your groups to improve management efficiency in the entire area. And all the speakers can be grouped based on their locations or usage, which will greatly increase flexibility. And you can easily change the groups and the contents in it anytime. And you can play and schedule different contents in different groups. So it's very useful for some enterprises with multi-branch offices to build a unified IP audio system. Okay, let's move on to the next page. It's the background music feature. After the user, our IP audio dispatch console can support high quality music uploading and play. After the user uploads the custom music, he can also create a playlist, such as in some shopping malls. The customer can create a playlist, and then the playlist can be played as a background music to improve the customer's experience certification. Okay, let's move on to the next feature is the tasks. Users can create 3 different types of the tasks on the dispatch console, including the timetable trigger task, the dial number trigger task, and the immediate trigger task. The first one, the timetable trigger task, means after you setting the timetable trigger task, it will perform the task on a specific time. You just set it before. And the next one is the dial number trigger task. It means that after setting this type of tasks, the dispatch user can just simply dial a specific code to trigger this task. And the next one is very easy. It means after you setting this immediate trigger task, and this task will be executed immediately. And the next page is our SIP paging feature. This feature means once the dispatch user initiate SIP paging, the system will ring the dispatch phone first. And after the dispatch user answered that call, the system will connect all the selected speakers for paging. Okay, and the next main feature is the emergency alarm. When clicking the alarm button on the console of the app, you can choose different alarm types to trigger, such as the fire alarm or the emergency alarm. Users can also choose to customize the alarm sound effect. At the same time, this feature can be also be quickly executed by the dial number triggered feature task. Yeah. Okay, let's move to the next feature. Is the pre-recorded message. Users can use the task feature on the console. And in the audio options of this task, you can choose to record audio for playback. And at the same time, this feature is also supported on the dispatch app. Okay, the next one is the text-to-speech, TTS. Just like the pre-recorded messages, users can use the task feature on the console, and in the audio options, he can choose the TTS. It means the user can enter a piece of text and the system will convert this text to the audio and then select this audio to play on some devices. And by the way, this feature is also supported on the dispatch app too. Okay, let's move on to the next feature, volume control. Volume control buttons means that you can change the volume level of the different devices. And it can be performed either when a network speaker is in busy status. Okay, the next one is intercom calling. The internet calling means that when you use the secured intercom, such as our EI series, after the user set the destination for the intercom button, yeah, it's the blue one, and he can press the button to make a quick call to the destination. And let's move on to the next page. The next feature is the video intercom. Users can register the third-party cameras on the IP by entering the RTSP address of these cameras. And then you can associate the third-party camera with the intercom device in the center. And when the intercom button is pressed by somebody to communicate with the main phone in the monitor room or the security room, the camera will automatically turn on and transmit the real-time screen to the console, which is very convenient for the security guard to track the real-time situation. And by the way, the console can support up to 16 monitoring windows. And even if you use the intercom with the built-in camera, such as the EI-V05, it can still be linked with other cameras. Okay, the next one is call monitoring. The call monitor can be used with intercom calls. It's used by the dispatch user to monitor the call conversation of two calling parties when it is necessary. Okay, the next one is whisper spy. It means that when a device is in call, the dispatch user can use the whisper spy feature to follow the selected devices and spy this call. Meanwhile, he can hear the conversation between the two parties and talk to the selected user. And but the remote party won't hear the contents you speak to the selected user. Let's move on to the next page. Is the bar spy. The bar spy is similar to an instant three-way conference call. When a device is in a call, the dispatch user can use the bar spy feature and enter the IP phone or intercom devices number to badge into the call to establish a three-way calling. Just like the picture. Okay, the next one is the call split. The call split means that when an IP phone or the intercom device is in a call, the dispatch user can dial the call split feature code and then press the number of the devices which you want to establish a call. And at this time, the device will split the current call and establish a new call with the dispatching user. You can refer to the picture too for a better understanding. And the next page is the meeting feature. The dispatch user can select multiple phone devices and click the meeting button to create a meeting. And the user also has some control options, such as you can invite some users and kick out some users, mute someone or unmute someone. Okay, let's move to the next page. Recording. All SIP-based live communications can be recorded by the ZYCOO IP audio center, including the IP phone intercom, the SIP intercom calls, and the SIP paging meetings, and wave audio files. Take the storage size of 16 as an example. You can store up to 273 hours of recordings. And at the same time, it's very convenient for the administrator to maintain these recordings. They can delete the unnecessary recordings after filtering conditions to save you. Okay, the next one is the centralized management. The IP Audio Center provides centralized IP audio endpoint auto provisioning and management, and a lot of features. And IP Audio Center system utilize the MQTT LT protocol for IP audio endpoints management and control. And and the server controls include the music playback, the volume control. Okay, the next one is the multi-user privilege. Administrator can create multiple IP audio dispatch center, and each of the dispatch users can be configured with different privilege levels. And there are 12 levels for the dispatch user, from the highest one to the lowest 12. And such as the task aspect, the low level privilege user cannot see or delete the tasks created by the higher level privileged users. Okay, let's move to the next page is the service priorities. The service priorities feature are implemented according to the priority. And the next one is alarm. And the next one is the intercom. And the next is triggered paging and background music. And by the way, the higher priority operations can interrupt the lower priority operations for some emergency need. Okay, the next one is the API. ZYCOO IP Audio Center provides rich API, allowing integration with the security systems and all the file systems. The third-party systems can interact with our IP Audio Center via the API to making calls or other IP audio features. By the way, our API interface is and reduce the difficulty of operation for the management people. And the next feature is the IP telephone. Our ZYCOO IP Audio Center supports SIP or IMS trunking with third-party SIP servers. With these trunks, our users can make inbound calls or the outbound phone calls through the IP Audio Center system. And the last one is the hot standby. The existence of the hot standby makes that even if one system broke down for some reasons and the secondary server can automatically take over the business to ensure that the system can continue to provide some services normally, which can improve the redundancy very well. Yeah. And what should be noted is that the capacity of the server used for the backup server cannot be lower than that of the primary server. Okay, that's all for the feature part. And if you have some questions, you can just talk with us later. Okay, let's move on to the lucky draw section 3.
Okay, here comes another lucky draw, also a $50 Amazon gift card. So are we ready for another lucky draw? Okay, so let's count down to 3 and we will have the question to pop up, and also I will read you the questions. And 3, 2, 1. Okay, here comes the long for the latest software version. You should recommend your clients to use A, the IP Audio Dispatch app, B, the FAAD2, C, the IP Audio Centers, or D, the IP Audio Dispatch Console. Okay, I see a lot of different answers here. So upgrading 50 speakers, which software tool that we should use? Okay. All right, I got my okay, I got my luckier again. It's John. Again, congratulations for winning the $50 Amazon gift card.
Yeah, congratulations. to
Congratulations.
join.
Then let's move on to the next section. So the correct answer is B. If you need to upgrade a like a bulk upgrade the devices, you should use the SAAD tool. Then let's move on to the advantage of the section for today. So as we know, for traditional analog public address systems, we need to use the analog speakers and also the amplifiers. So we will have a whole bunch of analog speakers that is connect with the amplifiers, and we will like play the music or do the paging through the amplifier, right? But I have one question on using the traditional analog PA system is sometimes it's difficult to expand the zones because you need to do all the wiring for the speakers. You need to get the central amplifiers. But for now, if you're using, so one of the advantage for using the IP PA systems is for the IP based PA systems, we use the IP speaker, which is very convenient to expand the zones. For example, if you're having like a new buildings or you need to get a PA system for your basements. So all you need to do is to get the IP speakers and also a couple PoE switch, and then have the speaker connect to the PoE switch, then you're done. All right. And also for managing or like to adjusting these zones. So if for today, you'll probably have like the first floor for one zone and the second floor for another zone. But for like after several months, you would like to merge two floors into one zone. If you're using a analog PA system, it might be difficult to achieve. But if you're using the IP-based PA systems, all you need to do is to like open your browsers and jacking all the speakers into one zone, then you're done for modifying the zones. And also, as we know that using the traditional the analog PA systems is have very limited features comparing to the new innovative PAs IP PA systems. We have more choices on the audio sections, so we can play with MP3 files. We can play it from our laptops, from our phones, or you can play it through the YouTube. We have more options. And also, if you need to do a paging using the traditional analog PA systems, you need to like walk all the way to the to where the amplifier is and grab the mic and start the pagings. But if you're using the IP-based PA systems, you can do the paging, making the announcements when you're sitting in your office. When you're sitting at home, you can you grab your phones for making the announcements, or like the IP phones on your desktop for making the announcement. You don't need to walk all the way to the amplifiers where you can make the announcements. And also, using the IP base, we are able to monitoring the device status from your laptops, from your computers, from your mobile apps. And instead of the traditional analog PA systems, if there's no way that you were able to know whether or not the speaker is working or not. So on the IP base, we are able to monitoring if the speaker playing music, or is what is the status, is no internet. So we are able to monitor the status of the device. And then comparing our solutions to another IP public address systems, I would say the biggest advantage that we have is all of our devices, they are SIP enabled, and also the IP audio centers, which is the server, is also a SIP enabled servers, which here I mean when you are using the ZCAS intercoms or the ZCAS speakers, you don't have to use the ZCAS IP audio centers. You don't have to use the ZCAS servers. You can use another branch of servers and then register our devices, register our speakers, intercoms on a third parties, another branch of SIP enabled servers to use. So a lot of our clients, they do use our speakers and register on a PBX, the IP PBX here, and to use. And also for the IP audio centers, the servers, we also support third parties SIP enabled devices. So you can register a third parties because a third parties intercomes onto the IP audio center to use. So comparing to the other IPPA systems, most of them, they use what we call the private protocols, which if you're using their systems, you need to use their endpoint, you need to use their speaker, you need to use their intercoms. But for us, we are, since we use the standard SIP protocol, so you can register the speakers on APBX on to a third party's platform. There's no problem at all. So in terms of the industrial type, I would say pretty much anywhere that you can think of, our solution is able to apply to. So for example, for transportation fields, we have done a lot of subway stations project and airport project, and healthcare, we done some hospital, senior care projects, and educations and school project, university project, which we will show you the case study later in the next section. And retail would be like for shopping mall, for grocery stores, and manufacturing like warehouses and city surveillance projects, etc. So I would say pretty much anywhere that you can think of, it will have the need for public safety, then our solutions are able to apply to.
Okay. Thank you, Emily. And let's move on to the next part. In this part, I will share some real cases for you to reference. And the first one is some, I give you some school projects cases. The first one is the ZCAS school in the United States. And by the way, this combination is a mainstream solution in some American schools. Okay, let's move on to the next use case. The next one is the Jiangxi High School. We selected some SW15 SIP indoor speakers, mainly for paging and audio playback. And we also choose the security intercom on the wall for using an intercom solution to solve the intercom needs if some emergency situation occurs. And we installed the SL50 column speaker on the light pole. You can check it on the left right corner. Yeah, and this is on the school street. And the next one is the New Zealand primary school. We chose the SH30 for them as the loudspeaker mainly for paging purpose. At the same time, we installed the SW15s for announcement. And then a security intercom was installed at the entrance of the gym. And the door magnet contact was connected with the with the intercom. And on the other hand, it was used for the emergency. It can meet the needs for door opening remote control. Okay, and in the next part, I will talk about 3 city projects. Okay, the first one is the Hubei City Park in China. We installed the EIView5 security intercom for the light posts in the park. And at the same time, we carried out the video linkage with the surveillance cameras on the light posts, which can better fulfill the needs of the emergency alarms, and we can create a better smart light pole solution. Okay, and the next city use case is the Chengdu Wetland Park. In this case, we installed a security intercom for the bamboo-shaped light pole in the wetland park. And it carried out the video linkage with the third-party cameras on the light pole too. When the tourists need help, they can just press the help button on the security on the intercom to get in touch with the security guards. It's worth mentioning that even if the intercom can be linked with another cameras for obtaining more monitoring screens in the dispatch console. Okay, the next one is the Philippine tourist city. And in this case, ZYCOO assists in building a tourist city in the Philippines. We install some SH30s in the street for paging or play some announcements, which speed up the process of building the smart city for Philippines. Okay, next part is some commercial projects. The first case is the Decathlon shopping mall in Taiwan. We installed some SW15 wall-mounted speakers for different shopping areas in Decathlon, so that to play some different audio or different background music in different areas. At the same time, we also installed some extents for the Decathlon as the external audio collection equipment. Okay, the next one is the hospital use case in Brazil. We installed the SW15 speakers in the hospital for playing some audio or announcements. Okay, the next one is the office building in Dubai. We installed some IC15 speakers on the ceiling of the offices to make some audio or announcement purpose. Okay, the next one is the Vietnam exhibition. We hung a lot of SH30 on some high places, and we used them as some audio speakers so that everyone can clearly hear the broadcasting. Because the exhibition environment is very noisy. So let's move on to the last one. Our Shanghai multinational luxury hotel analog PA upgrade use case. We installed a lot of accent. You can just see the pictures. We connect the accents to with the amplifiers, and then we let the amplifier connect to the existing analog speakers in the hotel. And in this case, we also use some IC15 for announcement. Yeah, you can see this use case as a very classic economical analog speaker upgrade solution. So I think that's all for the use case parts